Hello and welcome. My name's Anna Hellman, and today I want to share with you a really fun fold card made with this Snailed It bundle. This is such a cute set. The stamp set is a lot of fun, but my favorite part of the set is actually this die set. I feel like it has some hidden gems in it that you could use on any projects, not just projects with the snail stamp set. So let's first talk about what we need to make this card. We need a piece of cardstock that measures 9 inches by 5.5 inches. And let's go ahead and score this. We do need to score it at 3 inches and 6 inches. So line this up at 3, score it once, and slide it on over to the 6. Score one more time. The other thing we will do while I have this trimmer out is we need to trim some corners off. So I am going to line up the edge of this score line with the bottom corner of the card. Once I get that lined up, I want to slice that off, and then we're going to do the same thing on this other side. Line up that score line at the very top with the bottom corner. And in case I did not make this clear, you want those to be even with the cutting track for your blade on your trimmer. So your card base is going to look like this, a little bit different than normal. The other pieces we need are going to all measure 2 3/4 inches by 5 1/4. I have one that is Blushing Bride that will be for the inside of the card. And then I have 2 from the Snail Designer paper, which is really cute. You'll see a few different pieces of it as we go through here. Now, if your paper is non-directional, you can get by with one of these, I believe. One of these. Actually not. I think you do need 2 regardless. Because mine is directional, I know I have to use 2 separate ones. So what I want to do is line up the top left corner and the bottom right corner with that cutting track for my trimmer. We'll cut that. So this one will lay on the one side of the card. And because this is, it's wider at the top, this piece will not work. So that's why I need a second piece here. And on this one, I have to do the opposite. So I want to line up the top right corner and the bottom left corner and trim that. So now I have pieces that lay both directions. Besides that, I have several die cuts that you will see as we go through here that you will also want to prepare. So let's go ahead and fold this. I need my bone folder, and we'll give it a nice good crease where these score lines are. Flip it around, and we'll fold this one in as well. Okay, so now we will start attaching these other pieces onto the front. So we can attach the mushroom pieces onto the flaps. Use my seal adhesive for this. We'll also be able to attach the Blushing Bride piece on the inside. So while I have my adhesive out, I will go ahead and get some on this piece. So you'll lay these where they fit. Of course, this piece fits on this inner flap. This piece fits on the outer flap. And this one will go on the inside. Now I want to prepare a cute little decoration for the front, and this is what I'm going to use. I have used this fun die cut. I love the decorative edge as well as the stitch lines on this one. I prepared that out of Real Red. This one, you could stamp this from the stamp set if you wanted to and color it, But what I did, I used my die and I die cut this out of the designer paper. So I have the snail all prepared. Stamped the greeting with Bermuda Bay. I cut that out. And I also have some little mushrooms here that I'm going to wait a second to bring in. So first, let's go ahead and attach this to the red piece. Attach it a little bit over towards the left side. You snailed it. I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals. And I want to keep the dimensionals over towards the left side because it may hang off a little bit on the right side. So I don't want any part of that dimensional sticking off where it's going to make my card stick shut. Now let's look at these cute mushrooms I have. So I have one of the large mushrooms, and these are in that die set, and I used the designer paper to cut them out. I have the one large one, and I have two of the small mushrooms. So I wanted to put them on right here in front of the snail. And that is going to be the decoration for the front. So when I attach this, I want to make sure it only stays stuck to the flap on the left. I don't want this to stick shut. So I'm going to eyeball this. I want it to go just on that bottom corner and not go past the center mark. So when I attach this, I can use that as my guide as far as where I have adhesive on. So press that down. So here we have the cute beginning of our card. Now you can stamp something on the inside if you want to, but I wanted to make use of these adorable dies in this set. So I have cut out this one, which you may or may not recognize what that is supposed to be. That is an envelope that we need to fold up. So let's see, I used heart paper, which is directional. So I have to remember, I'm going to make the bottom of mine upside down. The rest of it, the hearts will face up. So I should use, I could use a glue dot if I wanted to. I am going to use just a tiny, tiny bit of this multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to sit a little block there to hold that shut for a second while it dries. Now this is the little letter that fits inside, and again it has that cute little stitching around the edge. I'm going to stamp the hello stamp on here with some real red ink. And I am going to add one other stamp, so I'm going to stamp it down in the corner, and then I'll replace that with this stamp so that it stays put. Let's add a couple of hearts. Hello. Isn't that cute? So this is going to be on the inside of the card, and they can pull it out, which definitely adds a fun extra element to it. Now I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Make sure that is dry and glued in place. And this set also has some really cute stamps for your envelopes. So I'm going to use this one, this Happy Mail Enclosed. Now I thought about using it back here over the seal and stamping it right here, but because I'm going to actually add a piece of paper over top, I didn't want to glue my envelope shut before my card is in it. So you could do this on the back if you want to, but I'm going to do it down here at the bottom corner. Again, I'm going to use my real red ink. We'll stamp this down at the bottom. And I have one more adorable little die cut that I'm going to add right over here. So I cut this little letter out of the designer paper as well. There's a die that fits it. So I love when the products coordinate like this, because that means it makes my job easier. I didn't have to stamp that. I didn't color it. So I'm going to glue this envelope right over top right there for one more personal little touch. Okay, so now that we have the envelope done, let's check on this little envelope. It appears to be glued shut now. So I am going to use my bone folder to give these nice creases so that that will stay laying shut. I want some good strong adhesive on the back of this so that it doesn't try to pull off of there. So I'll use my Seal Plus. And I do want to make sure that it is going to be hidden behind this piece. So it can go back down about that low and it's not going to show. We'll glue that here. We can lift up the flap, put our little hello note inside, shut it, and our adorable Snailed It Tri Fold card is done. So thanks so much for joining in today. You can find links to the products I used today, as well as more information on this project if you use the link in the video description below. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the little bell to get notifications when I share new content. Please like, share, and comment on this video. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again next time.